up the exhibition.
Awesome.
It's Alex.
Alex, yeah, nice.
Hi.
We're talking about, and Tamara, the organizer of Biennial.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll go through in the beginning about, I'll tell about the pavilions and in general.
We are already live.
Wow.
As much as I understand. Yes, I've got a notification. And I would like to start this session, which is connected and which is dedicated to the opening of a third pavilion in Ukraine, which is organized in the frames of the Tbilisi Architecture Biennial. There were two pavilions before, one in Kiev and another one in Ivano-Frankovsk, and now today we launched the third one. And our partner in this crime is Ukrainian organization called MetaLab, which is one of the 4 partners who organized Tbilisi Architecture Biennial, and actually MetaLab is the one who is with us from the previous one. We already have established a long-term cooperation. They were with us during the first biennial, and this year we were also joined by Milim from the North Macedonia and by CEO now from Germany. But now let's concentrate and let's focus on the Ukrainian part, because we also had several Ukrainian participants, and MetaLab was so kind to curate the Ukrainian pavilion, which was the moving one and moved from one city to another. So this is, as I already mentioned, the third one, because the whole biennial finishes on the 8th of November. And I'm very happy and very thankful to the Dnipro Center for Contemporary Culture, which is represented by Kateryna Rusetska here, for being so kind to give the biennial a place and to host it on its own premises. So today we have 3 guests. One of them is Anna Dobrova from MetaLab, our Ukrainian partner. As I already said, Kateryna Rusetska from Dnipro Center for Contemporary Culture. And the third one is Alex Fisher, which is like a double participant, I would say, because he's actually from Buffalo. He's a writer and curator from Buffalo, New York, but at the moment he's based in Kiev. And I have to mention that when we had an open call for participation in different categories for the biennial, he was the one who participated in the category of publication, and he also won it. So his article that and the topic that he will be presenting today will also be published in the book that we will see at the beginning of the next year. And his topic of research is called Exclamatory Communality in Contemporary Ukrainian Development. So I would like to give floor to Anna and ask her to tell us maybe in 2 words, what is your experience of moving exhibitions and your experience of organizing Tbilisi Architecture Biennial in Ukraine?
Yeah, thank you a lot, Mara. I'm really happy to be, first of all, that we are part of the biennial and take this like a bit huge part this time, but also that we finally have this opportunity to talk online, because it was quite intense 2 weeks, and I congratulate you that it's almost over. So although we are really enjoying how it's all happening. And from our side, like in the beginning, we were planning to as a partners, to be a curators of for Ukrainian participants or for Ukrainian parts, because we also got funding from Ukrainian Cultural Foundation to become a part of the biennial. And we wanted to also like co-organize this open call and gather participants, work with them and bring them to Tbilisi. But as it didn't happen, we chose a lot of participants from Ukraine, like 5. We decided to make this offline pavilions as like in scale as it would be possible. First of all, the aim of that was to bring the audience online, because in May we realized that it would be quite challenging to just to publish the links and ask people to go and watch the videos. And there were a lot of really interesting projects, and we wanted to start this discussion and to bring attention to the topics that are developed in the biennial. And that's how we decided to do this, to build these 3 pavilions. But then we thought that, like, from our curatorial side, we would like to tell the story of bottom-up cultural institutions that are starting their way in Ukraine, how it's happening, and how they are developing. And that's why we chose 3 locations. It's from Prilep in Ivano-Frankivsk, where we had our first exhibition. It's actually, I'll share you maybe the photos with that. It's the factory that now is revitalized, and it's impact investment project. It's started with it's still like a partly working factory. It makes the gasometers, and like 3 years ago, the organization Teple Misto, it's a NGO in the city, discovered this factory because it's almost in the center, and started to do the different researches on how it can be developed. Because otherwise, as you see on the background, there are this already the living quarters that are quite close to the factory, and earlier it was the factory. So it was on the risk that it would be just demolished, and it will be also the living blocks, the new living blocks. So this organization started to think how to preserve these buildings and how to create there this multidisciplinary center for creativity, for art, for urbanism, for new economy, and so on. And they decided to do this investment. So they started to gather investments from the locals and from people from Ukraine. And actually this year, from the beginning of the year, this factory was bought from the owners of this factory, because like it was privatized in the 90s from the government, and now it's like kind of back to the community. And now we are developing there this different directions and develop this project further. So we wanted to, as MetaLab is situated in this factory, there is only, for now, there is only 1 floor reconstructed. We decided to make the biennial there, also to turn on the different topics that were raised from different projects. So we showed there some Ukrainian projects, but also international. And we tried to, we showed mostly digital projects, but we also tried to make them more visible and readable for the audience, because sometimes it's quite complicated to read it just from the website. So we showed the networked homes, the earth movers, Kumbima and Dostroika and VCT. So the projects that were presented a few days ago through your platform. And actually it was quite interesting, because in Ivano-Frankivsk it would be complicated. It's like to bring the audience to this online event. Then in Kyiv, we realized, like, we chose the the place for which is now situated in modernistic park. I would say it's Выставковый center, VDNG. So it was the park where there were different pavilions for different exhibitions during the Soviet times about different industries. And there is one pavilion that was showing how the mine works, and it was and it's quite interesting space. And there is also like curatorial group and who is trying to build the institution there, institution for culture, and they are still in the beginning, but they are like developing now the strategy how to do that. And that's how this pavilion looks like. So we entered there also like for free to turn on this discussion about also architecture, how it can be presented in the other way. And it was quite a success, because it was also like a lot of people came and a lot of projects were shown in a more maybe understandable way. And here, yeah, we wanted this new institution, which is trying to start their to build their activities there. They are quite they try to find a way to be independent from different I don't know, like big investors, or like from people who can influence or on